Hey guys, what's going on? AndosGaming here and welcome back to another video. I hope you are having a good day wherever you are in the world. In today's episode, I'll be breaking down some gunfights to provide some tips and tricks to help you get better at Warzone. Do you ever wonder like, man, I should have won that gunfight. What am I missing? What else can I do to get better results? Well, hopefully today with the breakdowns, I will go into detail on things you should be thinking about when in combat. These breakdowns actually take a lot of effort, but I do enjoy making them. I try to go into a lot of detail and provide tips that are helpful. So if you do enjoy the content or learn something new throughout the video, if you could tap that like button, that'll be much appreciated. It just helps the channel grow. So I will try to slow everything down, explain concepts and techniques that you can utilize to help you get more kills on Warzone. This will probably be a series I will be continuing. I know you guys seem to enjoy the breakdowns on the channel. Saying that though, with the intro out of the way, let's begin with the video. So in this scenario, I'm about to push a full squad. A big mistake I see is when players are pushing and you just get too excited and rush into low percentage situations. Remember, a lot of times when pushing, there will be multiple enemies around, so you need to be smart about it. Don't just rush in. The objective is to take out one at a time. In this example, I'm patient, I use cover, make reads and pay attention to the minimap. Let's see what happens. So right now there are 4 targets in front of me. We have a bounty on the target so the enemy team knows we are pushing. Luckily though, we do have a UAV as well. On that note, when pushing bounties, it's also super beneficial to pop a UAV. Intel is everything in Warzone, it just gives you a huge advantage. As mentioned before, the last thing I want to do is fight all of these targets at once, so I'll play it patient and see what happens. Notice how I'm just scoping the area. I'm on the edge of the danger zone with cover. Basically, I'm waiting for the enemy to make a mistake before fully committing. This is the best case scenario right now. This was the opening I was waiting for the enemy to overcommit and rush into the open. I'm able to take this fight now. It's pretty isolated with no danger of being attacked by his teammates, which is what you want. Notice how right after the elimination, I'm already thinking about my next move. I make a read here, the person I just took out made a call outs to his squad, hence his teammate should be pushing me right now. These are the thoughts that are going through my head when fighting multiple targets. I also have a UAV, so 100% I know there are people in this direction. The reason why I'm attacking straight away is to throw off their timing and try to catch the enemy by surprise.
Okay guys, okay, there's one at 2, yeah? Up top. That's right.
I managed to take out the 2 targets here on the right with cover and not too much issues. Now there is 1 target left, so at this point it's full send to get the team wiped.
Dude, this sniper's hard.
How did you get it, bro? Hey, bro, you stole my quad kill, bro. That was...
Nearly got the quad kill, no stress though. A good squad means a good time. In regards to that push, being patient and waiting for openings can be quite effective. You don't always have to force the kills. Sometimes if you let things flow, you will be able to capitalize on the enemy's mistakes. Also, making reads when you get downs or hit shots on enemies is super important. When you down someone, it normally triggers an action from their teammates, so make the reads and play accordingly. In this breakdown, I show an example where it's not always the best idea to go the obvious path. If you know someone is pre-aiming a certain spot, try to take a different path instead of just trying to muscle your way in. At times in gunfights, there are always other options you can take where there is less resistance. Let's have a look. So I spot the enemy here and start taking shots accordingly. I missed some of my shots because I'm trash, but I know he's around the corner. There is no line of sight on me at the moment, so I proceed to throw my grenade. Bonus tip, only throw grenades when there is no line of sight on you. Basically, when the enemy can't see you is a good time to throw your grenade. So things are happening really quick right now. My blood is rushing. I know the target is low on health, but basically I have 2 options right now. Path number 1 or path number 2. At this point, I'm pretty sure the enemy will be pre-aiming path number 1. To be honest, I could probably take path number 1 and still win that gunfight. However, I take path number 2 due to the fact I think I'll be able to flank the enemy and catch him by surprise. I managed to flank the enemy and I'm in a pretty good spot. As you can see, as predicted, the enemy is pre-aiming path number 1. As mentioned, taking the alternate route when available to flank your targets can be super beneficial. I don't know if the target has teammates around, so taking the path of least resistance, not taking damage in gunfights can really increases your chances of survival, just in case backup arrives as well. Hey guys, a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the content and you want to see more of these types of videos, remember to sub to the YouTube channel and join the A Squad. I make a lot of in-depth tips and tricks videos, best loadouts and much more, so make sure to sub to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out. Side note, I do stream on Twitch at AndosGaming TV, so if you have any questions or want to see my pretty face, make sure to come check out the stream and say hello. Without further ado though, let's continue. So as you may know, having good movement in Warzone is really beneficial, especially when it comes to gunfights. You know, slide cancelling around corners, breaking people's cameras, all that good stuff. However, another benefit of movement people often forget is repositioning during gunfights. In engagements, of course, it's fine to muscle your way in. However, there are scenarios where you can be a bit more sneaky and agile, just to make sure you win the gunfight with the least amount of risk. Let's break down this scenario and see how we go. So I spot the enemy in front of me, so I start the engagement. So basically, I miss every shot. I really need to work on my aim, as you can see. At this point in my head, the enemy knows my position. I no longer have the element of surprise, so I decide to reposition. At this point, I am hoping the enemy is around the corner towards my right. I'm hoping he's still looking for me somewhere in that room. I slide cancel and pre-aim to try to get the kill. He's popping up on the heartbeat. I know the target is still in there. I move in a little bit, throw a grenade to see if I can get some damage. I peek the door, I still can't locate the target. I don't want to make my point of entry too obvious, so I reposition again. Not sure if you guys noticed, there was something I did intentionally to increase my chances of winning this gunfight. Let's rewind it for a second. So basically, intel is very important in Warzone. Whenever you can pop your head out for a second, gather intel during gunfights can be super beneficial. Now I know the target is in this room in front of me and I can attack accordingly. Was that really necessary at all? Who knows? But notice how I didn't lose any health. Once you start to fight the higher tier players, the last thing you want to do is be predictable and stagnant with your positioning. Try to be agile, gather intel, play it smart and change your angles. Well, that is it for today's video. Just some final thoughts. When fighting multiple enemies or a full squad, remember to be patient on the first encounter, just to make sure you don't open your line of sight to multiple targets. When in gunfights, remember to be agile with your positioning. Think outside the box and change your angles up. If you're stagnant, good players can read your positioning and that can put you at a huge disadvantage. Last of all, remember to have fun with it, improve on gunfights one at a time and go from there. I will try to make more breakdowns similar to this going forward. If you enjoyed it or have any suggestions, leave a comment below. Like the video if you've learned something new or you found value in today's episode. Sub to the YouTube channel for more Warzone tips and tricks videos. Last but not least, I do stream on Twitch at AndosGaming TV. Come say hello and hang out with the A Squad. Anyways, I wish you guys all the best and good luck on the Warzone.